I rise in support of the National Defense Authorization Act for Fiscal Year 2010. As ranking member of the Seapower and Expeditionary Forces Subcommittee, I applaud the efforts of Chairman Taylor and his staff, who have done an excellent job in meeting the needs of our sailors, aviators, and Marines. With respect to aviation, the bill takes an important step toward addressing the Navy's strike fighter shortfall. The Navy completed a study required in last year's bill to evaluate the potential benefits of a multi-year procurement for the FNA-18 Super Hornet, which is the only hot production line we have for fighters for the Navy. Unfortunately, the Secretary of Defense refused to allow the report to be submitted to Congress. In the absence of any analysis of this issue from the Department, the committee used its own judgment and included a multi-year authority for the Super Hornet. We also provide sufficient long lead funding to enable the Navy to execute this multi-year contract. I believe this is imperative, especially as the Navy continues to find more and more areas of concern on the legacy fleet that may make it challenging to extend the service life of these aircraft. I want to thank Chairman Taylor for working with me on this issue, as well as a number of others. For the Marine Corps, the bill fully funds the Marine Expeditionary Fighting Vehicle Program, mine-resistant ambush protected vehicles, known as MRAPs, and all of the items on their unfunded requirements. Despite the fact that the Department of Defense refused to provide the 30-year shipbuilding program required by law, which made this committee's work difficult, the bill largely supports the President's budget request in this area. At the full committee, Representative Conway and I, along with Chairman Taylor, introduced an amendment that would put some teeth into the changes made to the Littoral Combat Ship Program cost cap. The Navy needs to know that we're serious about controlling costs and do not adjust cost caps lightly. The main concern I have with this bill does not fall under the Seapower Subcommittee, but I must mention it. Cutting missile defense by $1.2 billion makes no sense, particularly when North Korea and Iran are both working on nuclear weapons and long-range missiles. A cut of this magnitude is unacceptable. I also continue to have one other overarching concern. We're not investing enough in the future of our military. The top line provided by the administration and, frankly, by this Congress is too low. While we seem to be throwing money at every other problem under the sun, we're tightening our belts on defense. This makes no sense. But again, this is a good bill overall, and Chairman Skelton has done his best with these constraints, and we're very thankful for his leadership. Finally, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to give my best wishes to our former ranking member, John McHugh. Has a fine record in this institution. I know he'll continue to serve and fight for the men and women in uniform. Nevertheless, he'll be missed on this committee. Mr. Chairman, I ask my colleagues to support this bill and yield the balance of my time. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.